All right, what's up, 501? I think we're live on my page too. All right, I think we're good to go. What's up, 501? Got Seaton here with us. Jimmy had to back out last moment. We couldn't get the formatted to get his big head in since he got two podiums this week. He finished first in BB on Wednesday night and got a third place finish Friday night in the BYP, which is pretty impressive, I'd say. But so his big head couldn't be on the show tonight. So, but he's probably with Big Perm. They're celebrating the big win. So appreciate you jumping on Seaton last minute.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Mershon's birthday today, so I think he's doing birthday stuff too. Well, let's get started with it's been a few weeks since we had a show over the holidays, man. Just busy, but let's start off with the Christmas Slider Cup. We never really got to talk about that. I think we had 72 players. Is that correct? 16, 12, yeah. And we had all brand new captains this year, which was a kind of a cool dynamic. We've had a lot of experienced captains in the past, so this year it was kind of nice to have new blood in their drafting, and we went through the draft process, and they got to see what it was like, so it was kind of fun. But the tournament went really smooth, man. Appreciate Mershon helping, and it. I mean, other than other circumstances, I mean, the whole day went pretty quick. I mean, I think we got done earlier than we ever have, so that was a positive. But can't wait to do the next one. We'll get the next one scheduled along with another cornhole golf tournament, man. I'm excited about that too. We'll get one going in the spring, another Cider Cup in the spring. Uh, got an ARC major in the spring, so lots of big things coming up. But Team Watson took first place, and I'm going to call every player on this team. He had Gary Watson himself, Jeff Kuhn, Miranda, Shady, Cheetah Girl, Seth, Jimmy, Anthony Galuzzo from Mountain Home, JC Bills, Charles V, Brent Dean, did I say Seth, Jimmy Johnson, and myself. So Team Watson had 88 points. Team Valerie with 86, and I think it all come down to the airmail pretty much. I mean, this is probably the closest Slider Cup we've ever had as far as points. Top four spots, divided by 7 points. So Team Valerie had 86, Team Jimbo had 83, Team Lonnie had 81, Team Danny had 79, and Disciple had 74. So that was the Slider Cup. But I think Watson had a good time, man. He was so happy about that. That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Christmas Slider Cup trophy board. So I had to hang it up today. I was gonna rub it in Jimmy's face. Well, I mean, Jimmy won one, but another one I added to the wall. But anyway, so we got that's Slider Cup. We're gonna get into the fall league next, and then we'll get into some podiums. The fall league was probably a little bit too long. 22 weeks, 22 tournaments is we learned our lesson on that one. We did the best 16 out of 22 tournaments, and Anthony Kirk won it, and he only had 16 qualifying tournaments. So I mean, when he played, he did really well. I think he had a 72% win percentage or something like that, which is pretty impressive. Especially in like split switches and upper lowers and things like that. I mean, we ran a lot of tournaments where it would benefit, the tier 1, tier 2 group. So Brian Watson held the lead a lot of the second half of the league, man. I mean, I thought he was going to win it, and I guess I didn't realize Anthony hadn't had 16. He hadn't had all his tournaments. I think Brian played in all 22, but Brian had a 64 win percentage, so pretty good. But you got Anthony Kirk, Brian Watson got second, Brad Eisenhower got third, Tracy Dean fourth, myself fifth, Lewis Hudson, and Lewis is OG. I mean, we've known Lewis for I've known Lewis since probably 2013, 2014. We played softball. Love to see Lewis competing. If you've known Lewis as long as we have, I mean, there's been times he just loved to play, but I mean, man, he's throwing mid eights, high eights now. He's getting into some nines. So super proud of Lewis. And I think Friday night I played my first game and he wasn't missing. I think he shot a high eight or something, but barely squeaked by that one. But congrats to Lewis, man. I like seeing him in top six. He got a trophy board. It's pretty cool. You got Danny Finley seventh, Gary Watson eighth, Mershon ninth, and Disciple 10th. So that was the fall league. It turned into the winter a little bit, but I don't know. It was a pretty cool concept at first, and we've got a couple more good ideas for some leagues in the future. But I mean, right now we're doing the tier two league in BB, and we have the BYLP league in Cabot Friday night, and that thing was hopping Friday night, and that was fun. So, but let's go back to 12-2. That's the last. I think we did a show right before the Cider Cup. So 12-2. It's a switch. You got Zach killing shortcakes. Phil and Lonnie, Half Pint and Lewis got third. Swamp Rabbit fundraiser, and I think Scott's doing another one at Hard Rider tomorrow night for her. You got Penguin and Valerie got first place. Bladen and Snowman, and then Nick Farrell and Watson third. 12-10 Fall League number 21. You got Anthony and Lewis, Tracy and Holly, Jeff C. and Nick Tinkle. Cabot 233 is a Friday night, 12-12. We had two tournaments. We had the BYLP Twist. I think it's you got to play with someone you never played with before. That's one I think me and you played with. Logan and Smalling and Ghost got first in the switch. Brad and Dayberg second, and then Rupert and Lonnie got third. BYLP Twist 12-12. Labiak and Sebastian. Anthony Kirk and Kobe, and then Brandon and Jordan Kirk got third. Hard Rider 168. This is out of turn. This was last week's, but my screen messed up. So Hard Rider 168, Brad and Lewis. I said Lewis like three times. Mershon and Joseph B, Regulator and Scott Thole. That's Scott Sample or Scott Thole. I just got Scott, so I don't know which one it was. It's probably Scott Sample. Scott Thole can't throw. 12-13, Toy Patrol. Let's dive into this a little bit. Reached out, we helped with the Special Olympics of Arkansas, and Chris Thompson, police department, who is a Dolphins fan too, and from Osceola. So it's kind of funny because he's from Osceola, I'm from Osceola. We're both Dolphin fans, and we both live in Cabot, so it's kind of cool. I mean, I know his family real well, but he asked me to do the Toy Patrol, shop with a cop or whatever in Cabot, and of course we said yes, and we'd love to do it again. Had a lot of people donate stuff. James Reed bought a lot of tickets, and Stoney donated a couple rod and reels. So I mean, I appreciate everybody coming out. Would love to do something with them again and make it a little bigger. Maybe we'll get a bigger venue and do something. VFW did great. Donated $500, man. Super cool for them to to pitch in on that. So we raised a lot of money for them. Appreciate everybody coming out. Appreciate 501 helping in situations like that, and it's just cool when we can help the community like that. We've always kind of done some kind of toy shopping thing, and people bring gifts, and we donate to CASA or donate to a church or donate. So this year we did something a little different. Got a thank you card in the mail, and I'll post it. So they mailed us a thank you card. So again, just want to appreciate everyone for coming to that. Got Brad and Labiak got first place in that. Anthony Kirk and Mershon got second, and then Matt Walls and Lewis got third. Hard Rider 165, Mershon and Brad, Dave and Disciple, Daniel F. and Concrete Man. Switch 234. You got Jeff Clifton and Gary Cole, Phil and Jimmy T. Tragically Jimmy. And you got Snowman and Airmail Kid got third. That's Switch 234. I don't know where Switch 235 went. It's somewhere. I might have skipped it. Anyway, so I got 501, Switch 236. We had 52 players a couple Friday nights ago. So Numbers are starting to get up, man. I love it. Love seeing everybody getting back out. The room is just a lot better when it's got a crowd in there. This is Nick and Seaton got first place, Rusty and Zach Dawson, and then Brandon and Danny. So man, they got some shooters right there in the top six. Yeah, you and Nick, y'all started off slow, didn't you? Or Nick did? How you did?
Yeah, Nick threw like 15 four-baggers in the bracket.
Yeah, I heard all about it all night. I heard
Yeah,
about Nick. Jeffrey Hawkins said, "What's up? What's up? My name is Jeff."
they were still talking about it Friday night for whatever reason.
Yeah, and I was going to get into that a little bit. And he said the live feed gets people going, and Seaton. I mean, since you mentioned it, Seaton's doing an awesome job with live feed. Man, I think we got the internet issues worked out. We just talking about that. Looks good, sounded good, and it's cool. People can go back and watch their games and enjoy that. So, but you're doing a great job with it. I love it being up. You know,
Thank you.
we need to get some sponsors in there and get some sponsor boards in there, and because I know you hype them up. So, man, it's something we can look at in the future. Hard
Yeah,
Rider 167. We got. I can't see no more seating. I got Brandon and Regulator, Brad and Benita, and then Rusty and Mershon. Uh, Brad Benita, Rusty and Mershon. Yeah, Brandon and Regulator. I don't know if that said Brad. Okay, so it's Brandon Regulator. Switch 237 Cabot. Got Brad and Valerie, Jeff C. and Dave Burke. I'm saying a lot of the same names over and over. Some of these people need to, y'all got to come beat them. Jeff C. and Dave Burke got second. Tracy Dean and Danny F. got third. Cabot 238, which was our first ARC club points. So the ARC club points are going in now. If you haven't got your membership, get one. Easy and Lewis got first place in it. Brad and Levi, Seth and Zach Hill. I think I've said Brad's name like 10 times. And Seth Lacewell just commented. He said, I think the feeds are nice. And him and Zach Hill got third place in that. So that is all the regular tournaments. I'm going to hop into ACO a little bit. ACO seniors 12-2. You got Stoney, Roger Dozier, and Lonnie. Women's 12-7. You got Lisa and Stacy and Ghost. Singles had 15 players on 12-2. You got Brandon, Lisa, and Anthony Kirk. World doubles, Lisa and Brandon, Anthony and Jimbo, and Mershon and Danny. 12-16 seniors, you got Roger Dozier, who's throwing really well right now. I wrote his name on here several times. Stoney Tinkle, and then Jimbo, 12-16 seniors. Co-ed 12-16, you got Lisa and Brandon, Nick and Abby. Probably Abby's first podium. World singles 12-16, you got Anthony Kirk, Lisa, and then Mershon. Doubles, you got Labiak and Robbie, Jimbo and Colton, Stoney and Nick, 12-16 ACO World Doubles. There we go. That's what I did. I missed 2 tournaments. I missed 12-17 Fall League. It was Nick and A Money, Jeff Clifton and Holly, Brandon and Gary Cole. That's all. And then Hard Rider 166, I wrote them in the wrong spot. Hard Rider 166 got Brandon Watson, Snowman and Chuck, and Blue and Bo Allen. That's what I did. I knew I was missing a couple tournaments. All right, 12:30 women's. Got Lisa, Carabeth, and Stacy. Singles, you got Zach, Carabeth, and Robbie. Boy, 7-0 just come down that night. ACO World Doubles, you got Brandon and Lisa. You got the Mitchells and Stacy and Nick Sample. Co-ed 1-6-26, you got Brandon, Lisa, Robbie, and Sam. And 1-6 singles, you got Lisa, Easy, and Chris K. Chris Craiglow, I didn't know he was there. ACO doubles, you got Brandon and ACO blind draw. Brandon and Lewis, Robbie Burton and Danny, Mershon and Labiak. So that's ACO. Fort Smith. Before we get off ACO, I want to give some shout outs. ACO Fort Smith, we had a major in Arkansas like the weekend before Christmas. I think Nick won tier 3 singles, Colton tier 4 singles, and Zookeeper tier 5. Come on, Zookeeper. Tier 5 singles, Zookeeper, come on. And Owensboro, you got J Squared won what, tier 3 doubles? Is that correct? It was tier 3 doubles.
Yes, I think
Jordan
that's right.
made, yeah. I'm just going off what memory would, would kind of remember people seeing finishes. But Lisa Brandon won co-ed, I think, what, 106 teams. Pretty impressive.
100,
And then
yeah,
Jordan,
101.
yeah. And then Chris Day and Jordan Kurt played them a championship game, man. They had a run. I think they played 13 games in a row or something like that to make it back to Brennan and Lisa. And Jordan threw really well, so that's pretty cool. So kudos to them, man, going to Owensboro and showing out. So, I got one more Cabot 239. You got A Money and Airmail Kid, Baloo and Jeff, and Nick Tinkle and Opie, and our BB Tier 1 league that started this week. And I want to get into this a little bit. We decided to take the league and do like a 7-5 and up and a 7-4-9 and down, just to create some different competition. Just let some people throw against different people, and a lot of times when those switches pop up, like, and I'm not saying there's an algorithm problem or anything like that. I'm not doing that, but you hear people suggest the same people play the same people over and over and over and over. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I play with Blue every single Wednesday night, which I don't care. I'm just, but I mean, it's cool to play with different people. Um,
I mean, your
so we
percentage
decided
on
to
getting
do,
Sebastian on blind draws is still pretty high.
and I did message Ben about that, and he's like, "Show me proof." And I sent him proof, and I was like, "Look, man, I played with this dude like 2 times in a row." Yeah, that was stressful. But anyway, we started this league, kind of just to break up the competition a little bit, ease sandbagging down some, because now there's no point in sandbagging. So I mean, like, where you finish in bracket in tier 1, like your round robin goes towards your league standings. So you're if you finish first in round robin, throwing a 9-8, you're gonna get first place points, and then your finish in bracket is also gonna go towards standings. So trying to encourage winning over sandbagging, or throwing better and being better teammates, and you know about that. I mean,
Yeah.
you have to be a good teammate too. We've all started somewhere. I mean, you couldn't hit the board first time you threw. So
I was hitting
none
Gary
of us good.
Farron in the kneecaps.
None of us good. So I mean, like, you have to be good partners for these new people coming in, and so um, I don't know. It's just something we're going to try, and I've heard nothing but positive feedback over the tier 1, tier 2 league that we're doing at BB. It's going to be BB only. It's like 8 weeks. Your top 6 finishes count. So I mean, it's nothing long, and I mean, top 3's don't get trophy boards. I mean, we're not doing anything special with it. It's just break up the try
Monotony.
to yeah, try to have 6-7 weeks of no sandbagging. And whether people are sandbagging or not, people have bad nights. You're never gonna. I mean, we shouldn't even discuss sandbagging, because I mean, it's never gonna stop. So, but hopefully this will encourage people to throw their best and be good partners and be good people and just throw bags and have a good time, because that's what we're all doing it for. It's a hobby. We're doing it just to play and have fun. It's not a career. I mean, you bet the high spot, man. I mean, it's hard to make money playing cornhole.
It's
Um,
almost impossible.
yeah. But anyway, tier 1 doubles, you had Lisa and Lee Chambers, um, Anthony Kirk and Taddy, and then Brad and Jeff Clifton. Tier 2 doubles, you had Danny and Jimmy. Is that Jimmy Johnson or Jimmy T? I think it's Jimmy Johnson. It was Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy Johnson got first place, and I think that was his first time he's been at BB since he was a member of BB Baggers. So I mean, it was good to see him there. Um, Matt Walls and Butler 25, man. Good to see Rob Butler or 25 got a second place podium. And then Ric Flair, whose birthday today. Happy birthday, Jeremy. Ric Flair and Mrs. Butler got third place. So the Butlers went home on the podium, so that's pretty cool. Um, we'll do it this Wednesday night too. We're gonna have each tournament's gonna be I mean, tier two, I'm just keeping it where it's bracket only. You know, I don't want to put pressure on them to throw high PPRs. I just want them down there having fun, playing, competing against each other. Tier one, they can have the pressure of throwing high PPRs. You know, I want to put that pressure on them. So, you know, have fun, do your best. So this week, I think in tier one, it's going to be a spin between Cornelius, top middle, and AB blind draw. So, and then, like I said, your top PPR guys are going to get higher rankings. So in the standings. On the Friday night BYLP league, no way in hell I thought we'd have 24 teams. Like, I was shocked. I can't. I mean, I can't say anything other than I was really surprised. I mean, that felt like 2021, 2022 in there Friday night. I mean, we used to have some throwdowns in there, you know, BYLPs, and that's what everybody wanted to play, man. Like you would have, you know, we'd have 20, 24 teams in a BYLP. And lately they've just kind of, so we kind of wanted to do the BYLP league, one, to push some of our better players, to push Anthony Kirks and, you know, and Brandon and Harper and, you know, J Squared, they travel, push them a little bit to where they can't make a mistake with the handicap. And two, help the people that don't throw 9 PPRs, you know, on a consistent basis. So, um,
Yeah, it was
you
it
know,
was it was interesting watching that dynamic because I mean I think it was the semifinal game with Lisa and Brandon playing Daniel and his partner.
yep,
Who was
yep,
Daniel's
yep.
partner?
Marshawn.
Mershon. And
Yep.
you watch them and they were strategically using that handicap to their advantage whenever they could. And on top of that, they threw good bags. So then it made it exponentially harder on, you know, the Lisa and Brandons and the, you know, those typical teams that have been playing together for a long time.
Yeah. No, I think Brandon and Lisa scored 31 points in that game. So I mean the handicap did what it was supposed to do, you know. And I mean just throwing against Lisa that again, well, you know, me and Lee beat Brandon and Lisa that night, you know.
Yeah.
I throw that out there. But I don't think she was a fan of the handicap. But I feel like if you go into the game stressing about the handicap, then it's gonna hold you down. Like if you just go in there, like if Lisa just went there and wasn't worried about the handicap, they'd probably roll us. You know what I mean? But I think she was calculating the points. You know, if she probably just went there and threw her bag, you know, they probably would have beat it. But
Yeah, well,
we did give up.
Me and Anthony were going back and forth on the live stream commentating, and we were, you know, that was one of my questions to him was like, it changes your cornhole math like in game. So what
Yeah,
kind of effect does that have on you? And he's like, man, it changes things because
yeah,
you're second guessing your shot next.
yeah. 'Cause I mean, you're giving up 1 point, 2 points, and we may change. I'm gonna talk to Merch on tomorrow. But you know, when we originally set it up, we did the 120-day PPR, and I think we need to move it to 30-day PPR because it's more of a moving scale than the 120. So I think it will
Yeah.
help. Like if we have new people come play, it's going to help them more with the 30-day because it goes off your first game. Like the 30-day PPR is just, I mean, it's constantly moving. So um, I think we need to change that, and something I'll talk to them tomorrow because I hate changing stuff in the last minute like that. But you know, if it's going to make it better and make it more fun for people, then why not? I mean, it's just, I mean, we're just doing this for fun. So I mean, it's not like you're
Right.
going to win $10,000. So you know,
Yeah. I mean, if you could
it's
find a
just
better system that works, I mean, there's nothing wrong with switching to that.
yeah. I mean, you know, and also too another thing with the BYLP, like if you go back 2 or 3 years, and you know, it's like I know, like if you put a BYLP up on Friday night, you know who's showing up. You know what I mean? It was you and Guns, me and Seth. You know what I mean? Like you never. I mean, like you didn't have to call and say, "Hey, are we playing Friday night?" You knew we were playing Friday night. It wasn't. Let me call this guy and see if he's going to play. Let me call this guy and see if he's going to play. You know, what I mean, it was none of that.
Yeah,
Like now, we don't have that team dynamic in cornhole anymore because everyone just picks up and throws with someone. Like you don't have those teams that, oh, I know they're throwing together. You know, you got people like, I go get this guy, get this guy, get this guy, get this guy, and they don't build any chemistry together. Like, there's no, you know,
yeah,
and chemistry matters. I feel like
it matters a lot.
so. That's another reason for the BYLP league. You know, I just want people to throw together again, man. I just don't want people to just take that challenge. You know, it. Me and Lee didn't beat Brandon and Lisa in bracket, but round robin. I mean, it was just as fun. You know, I mean, I played in the BYLP with Brandon. I think me and Brandon are like 93 and 11 in tournaments together. You know, but I'd rather beat Brandon than play with him. I hate playing with Brandon. I want to beat Brandon. So, you know, I wish everybody else, you know, enjoyed beating Brandon as much as I do because I love beating Brandon. You know, I mean, he don't get as mad now as he used to, but you know, you beat him, you know, a couple years ago. He's mad. But anyway,
Yeah,
I'd rather beat good
you'd have to
players than.
put caution tape around the chairs.
Yeah, I still don't know if that hole in the door where we keep the boards at the VFW is him or Brian. Man, I can't remember who it was, but I feel like it come from cornhole. I'm not, you know, I don't
You
know
got
who
to put
hit
a
that, but
framer. You got to put a frame around it and a little, little memorial plaque underneath it.
well, if you go to the urinal in the guy's bathroom too, they put up this little bulletin. There's a hole in there too, so somebody punched on the wall. But you know, I've never got that mad losing the cornhole game. I'm gonna go in the bathroom, you know, just stick the wall, you know. But um, you know, I guess it happens. You know, people,
Yeah.
you know, it's. I love playing cornhole, but anyway, so that's a couple of the reasons behind the BYLP league. I'm just kind of explaining it, and you know, the BYLP league. I think I have it set up this Friday night for Swiss Holio. So if we're even on teams, we're going to run a Swiss Holio. If we're odd on teams, then we'll just go back to a regular switch. So a Swiss Holio is round robin. If you're first and second place, you're going to play each other. Third and fourth play each other. Fifth and sixth will play each other. So it'd kind of leave the teams at the bottom playing each other, and that's going to help with the seating a little bit. So um, hopefully our teams will
Brandon
be even
did.
like they were this week.
Brandon did confirm that it wasn't him.
Oh, which one? The bathroom or the closet?
He didn't specify. He just said it wasn't me.
Well, there's been some chairs thrown at VFW. There's been some bags thrown, and there's been some punches thrown. So I mean, like, it's cornhole's not that serious. But anyway, good thing there's the last play. Hey Willie, glad y'all come and showed up. And what we're doing again, and I told James this that he asked me about the handicap. I so much goes to my mind. I really thought we were running a 30-day. I thought y'all's PPR would pick up, and it didn't. So that was totally my fault. I'll take 100% responsibility for that. But glad y'all come and played in it. Um, hope you come back this Friday. So, and we're working on trying to make cornhole great again. You know, so I mean, we're doing our best. Uh, anyway, tier one got Lisa and Lee, Anthony and Taddy. No, I'm sorry. BYLP league. I'm sorry. That was Wednesday night. BYLP league. You had Lisa and Brandon first place, and then Anthony and Harper second place, and Jimmy Johnson and Big Perno were the third place finish. Super proud of them. They beat us, and we were up on them. You were calling the game. We were on court one, and I think we were up 15-7 or 15-6. And I kind of got lazy with Jimmy, you know, because I was like, man, he ain't throwing me. Dude can barely walk right now, so I've got him, you know. And then I got lazy and I threw a 4, and he threw a 12, and that changed. And
Yep.
that's when the handicap
And
kicked in.
Big Perm
Um,
stepped up in those last 3 or 4 rounds. He threw well those last. He made Lee stop. He's like, "What's this guy's PPR?" You know.
I mean, they got 8 points. They got uh, eight handicap points on us, you know. So I mean, like, I mean, we were giving up handicap on that game. So, um, I mean, it was different. Lee it caught Lee off guard. I feel like because that was the only game that handicap affected us in the negative. We when we played Brandon Lisa, it helped us, positively. But most of the time, I think everyone's pretty even. Like it's not going to affect every game. Like the only time it's going to affect is when you have, you know, this right here. I mean, I would
Yeah,
say 80% of the time it's not going to really affect teams, but and that's part of it, man. It's what made it fun. And I think Brandon probably shot at almost a 10 for the night. I don't know. I mean, it made him throw better, and he threw good Saturday because of it. So anyway, so
that
that's
last
that's a little bit
round,
about the BYU.
that last round in the championship game is one of the
Yeah.
best rounds I've seen in a long time. I mean, you're talking
Um,
about an airmail drag for bag 3 and a, a level 4 bag push, avoiding everything around the hole for the win. That's crazy.
and it looked almost effortless. Like I mean, like he tried to do it too. I mean, it wasn't like it was just a
Yeah.
prayer. I mean, it's one of those shots you're just like whatever. And I think that's probably how Anthony Harper like whatever. Let's get out of here and go to Waffle House. And that's probably. It was just one of those things. It's frustrating, but it's cool that you see stuff like that. So anyway, yeah, y'all's commentary was great, man. Anthony did a really good job when I listened. I went back and kind of watched my game against Stony and Nick because that was probably my best game of the night. And y'all were talking about shot selection and pushing shots. I was like, well, man, they ain't talking about me. I want to hear them talk about me. But it was good. Um, moving on. Come sign up, man. I got you down here. Pre-register. Well, that's ARC, but come play in the BYLP League Friday night. We'll have a switch also. If we have anything like we did this past Friday night, I will run 7 courts. We'll add another court down there, put switch on 2 courts, BYLP on 5. The internet should. We were struggling with internet at first with the handicap, but we got that fixed. So, um, I mean, the internet shouldn't be a problem this Friday night. I mean, it's running our stream and the handicap very well. So, this weekend we got coming up. We got our Arkansas cornhole. I've submitted the last few tournaments to our ARC club points, tier 1, tier 2, the BYLP, and the switch. You'll get club points. We're gonna have a regional, our first regional. The regionals are gonna. I think I get 5 this year, and then Easy Killer Drew from Benton. He's gonna run one in February. I think his is gonna be February 28th. So you have a chance to get regional points in Cabot this weekend, and then February 28th in Benton. And then I'm going to schedule our first Central Arkansas ARC major probably in March or April. I'm shooting for March, but I'm trying to stay away from the spring break weekend because I don't know how many people's going out of town, who's going to be doing what, So I really want to stay away from the 2 spring break weekends. So we'll have to see what's going on. I know Easter is probably the first weekend of April. I think first or second. I can't remember how it played out this year. So we're going to get our major going pretty quick. So you have a good chance to get some really good points in the first 3 months of the season. So I know some people went to the regional in Clarksville this weekend, but with the Cabot Regional, Benton Regional, February 28th, and then a major following. We're doing the major first, and then Lance is going to do his major on in the season some. So we're going to kind of switch it up from last year because we did ours in I think August last year. So um, regional this weekend. If you the PPRs from last season are posted on the Arkansas Cornhole Facebook page. You sign up in the division that you ran last year. So if your PPR was an 819 last year in ARC, you can play advanced. If it's 8-2 and higher, you're in the league. So there's a sheet on the page that shows where you should be in PPR wise. So please get your membership. We're going to be playing. I think we're going to start at 10 o'clock Saturday morning with seniors, women's, juniors, and then I'm staggering the singles and doubles. So we're going to start with intermediate and competitive singles at 1, I think 12:31, and then or 12, and at 1:30 we're going to do advanced and elite, and then stagger doubles as well. So hopefully it works. I mean, I didn't want to get too big of a venue this weekend and not have a lot of numbers. So maybe we'll get that worked. But I don't know. Is there any comments or anything? You probably can send it.
There was a couple. Willie McKinney, good thing there's the last place. And then Anthony is pretty sure that the holes happened during the slider.
The holes?
There was also
The slider?
some 501 action. Yeah, I'm not sure. There was a lot of 501 players at the ARC. Was that regional yesterday?
Yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know all those finishes. I do know Miranda and Bladen took down co-ed.
Okay.
I watched a bunch
Well,
of the live streams, but there was a lot of players there yesterday.
yeah, Bladen, man. Bladen's been on a heater lately, man. Like him and Malachi went to a couple majors, did really well, beat some teams, and Bladen's been shooting really well. Uh, so I don't know. We'll see how that
Who are
goes.
you playing
But
doubles with, Phil?
I don't know yet. I haven't really thought about it, honestly. I don't know if I don't know. I don't know if me and Lee's taking the BYP and moving on, but I know I can play advanced doubles because of my PPR. So I don't know if I'm gonna go the advanced route or the elite route. So I haven't really thought about. Like I don't want to running the tournaments too. I don't want to put. I get a little stressed out. So, but hopefully we're staggering it,
Yeah.
and they're only doing 2 tournaments at one time. So I'm hoping that way. But I don't know yet, Marina. Appreciate everybody coming out, man. I can tell that feel like the vibe and 501 right now is rolling, feels good. Uh, we've had a several good weeks, man. I love to keep the momentum going, and we're gonna do a lot of good things this year. Super excited, ready for the cornhole golf. Um, really ready for the cornhole. You missed that last year, season, did you? You went around with it. You ever seen it? I think he might be out. But anyway, we'll do the cornhole golf again. Uh, ARC major, and I've already said all that. So, anything else you guys seen?
Just keep throwing bags and shoot it. Don't be afraid to shoot
All
it.
right, guys. Well, I seen something that Kaylin gonna be running an ARC club event starting next week up here in Missouri. Glad to be a part of it this season. So that's cool. Yeah, that's something else that's added. Kevin added some groups in Missouri, and it's going to be kind of hard for them. I think them this year starting out to compete with like the Arkansas State tournament. I mean, I think you have to compete in so many tournaments and the majors and the state event. So it's been kind of hard with being so far away. But nice to have them involved and make the club bigger. And we want our ARC to stay. So I mean, like we need participation and we need people playing, and I think it's going to be a good thing. And again, it's a work in progress, and we're gonna make it the best thing we can make it. So if you have any questions or anything, you can contact me or Lance Knox or Ginger or Easy Killer, Kevin Patterson. I know I'm forgetting some people, but I mean we can help you out any way we can if you need to get a membership or whatever. So this went quicker than I thought.
Yeah, it was going
So
compressed. We
anyway,
got
all right,
everybody
we'll
caught
see
up
you.
and a little
Yeah,
motivated.
yeah. ACOs, we're not gonna have ACO this week. Tuesday in Cabot, taking a week off. Wednesday night, Hard Rider tomorrow night has a fundraiser Swamp Rabbit. I think the trophy board's gonna be kind of cool. He said he's gonna get the net race trophy board. And if I didn't already have plans, I would like to go win that trophy board. I think the trophy board is gonna be a net race. So that's kind of cool. So I'd like to have one then. Um anyway, I think that's it. May all your beer stay cold and all your bags go in the hole, man. We'll see y'all Wednesday night in BB. Thank you. Appreciate you jumping on, Seaton.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay.